Welcome to Marlene at Home. Happy 4th of July and other holidays. We're decorated somewhat for 4th of July and right above for some birthdays. So we are filming my family at a birthday and holiday. There's my sister and brother-in-law from Alabama. This is what remains of my family, my two son-in-laws, because my daughter's home with a sick child and my other daughter is sick herself upstairs. So before they start to eat dinner, oops, I'm putting my finger in front of the camera. You can tell I'm not the normal cameraman. There is the normal cameraman. And so anyway, just showing some, so you'll see different decorations that you've seen before. 4th of July, birthday. You can see this is not the steady hand of the former cameraman. And then I'll show you the next room. All right, here's the other room. And these are 4 of my 5 grandchildren. We have Miss Adeline over here. And she just had a birthday, so she was opening birthday presents yesterday. And there you have seen the famous Mr. Josiah over there. Yes. Carroll County boy. These 3 are Ohio grandchildren, and we don't get to see them as much, but I do talk about them.
I was still born in Pennsylvania.
That's right. Avery Jane reminded me the 2 girls were born in Pennsylvania, and they're now living in Ohio. So that's my oldest granddaughter over there. So Avery's the oldest, then Adeline is my second grandchild.
No, that's Cohen.
Well, Cohen, that's
Cohen
right.
if Cohen was here.
Right, Cohen is 6, so he's not here. Then Adeline would be my 3rd grandchild. Josiah would be my 4th grandchild, and here's my youngest. Can you look over here? He can't wait to start his dinner. He's already halfway done, I think. This is Connor. And so we have a holiday weekend here, and you'll see some more tomorrow. And I'll just show you some things outside. It's rainy. Everything's kind of changed. We have sickness. We have people not here.
All of that corn.
Daddy, do I have to eat all of that? Is the comment I hear. And I don't have all my flowers yet, but there's some out over the fireplace. All right, we'll join you again. Again, you're celebrating the 4th of July weekend, but while we're taping, and you know I always have to tape several weeks ahead, so we're taping on Memorial Day weekend while my family is here visiting. And this 4th of July, of course, we're celebrating our country's birth in 1776. And so we have had a fun time. All of our family was going to gather. We were going to be at my youngest daughter's and have all kinds of parties because we're also celebrating a decade birthday for me, which I'm not trying to celebrate, but they've made it very lovely and fun. What we could do, we had to cancel the party because of sickness in our family. First our youngest daughter, then her 2 boys, they've been sick. Then our oldest daughter and her family came in from Ohio. My oldest daughter was sick about half of the time that they've been here. And of course we had all these children at different times. Different people were sick or not sick. And then it rained all the time they were here. The Cleveland crew left this morning as the sun came out, and now it's beautiful. My sister and brother-in-law from Alabama are here and leave tomorrow, so at least they're here for a nice weather day on a holiday. And we hope to see our younger daughter later this afternoon, and maybe we can show you some of them. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying your 4th of July as we talk about 4th of July here. Okay, you really know we're getting ready for summer. I finally got all of my plants for out back. And I better quick bring attention to Cooper and his little bow tie here for the holiday weekend, because he won't be with us long. As you know, he's out and about. But he sure loves my sister Cindy, so he might stay a little longer than normal. So I have a, I do red and white out here. I have red and white furniture, you'll see in a minute at the other end. So this was my Mother's Day gift from my husband in a, what do you call that bucket? Watering can. And then I just put some flags in it. I love these geraniums that I got. This year I'm going with more geraniums out here. I've never had geraniums out here, but I think that'll be a nice change. So this is the look right now at this end of the table, and we'll look at the other end of the patio. Here under our pavilion, of course you need to have plants that do well in shade. And so usually I get the non-stop blooming begonias, and I wasn't able to get those. But these are some of the plants I can't kill, which is a rarity for me. Usually I get the ones in their bigger blooms, and I've had them in red and a beautiful bright yellow. But this year, this is just called begonia vermilion red. They're a little smaller flower, but the same plant basically, just not as large a bloom. And so I'm looking forward to having them here on the table, there on the end tables. And we spend a lot of time out here on our porch. And so it's worth it. I took my sister flower shopping with me this morning for the last few things. And so now I think I've got my porch all ready for summer. We've had a lot of different family members around this table this holiday weekend. Not all of them at the same time. Some daughters this day, another daughter a different day, some grandchildren, but we never could all be together because of illness. But I've loved having my sister and brother-in-law here from Alabama for the last 2 weeks, and they leave tomorrow, and it will be deafeningly quiet tomorrow when it's just Paul and I again. Cindy, tell us about what it was like growing up, how we celebrated the 4th of July, and then how you've celebrated the 4th of July since you've been married and gone from home, and your family.
Well, growing up together with us and our cousins nearby, we always celebrated with cookouts and picnics and parties, alternating either in our house, our yard, or our aunt that lived 5 miles away, her house, her yard, or our aunt and uncle that lived in Harrisburg. We would alternate years of where to have the 4th of July picnic. The last number of years as adults and married, it was always in Harrisburg at our uncle and aunt's house. Since we've been married, we have and had children, we host the 4th of July picnic for those that can come. Not every year can both of our girls and their families come. But we just do the old traditional hamburgers, hot dogs. The kids love to end it with s'mores on the fire pit. And of course, sparklers. We have to have sparklers for the kids. But in Alabama, we are allowed to do fireworks. So the son-in-laws get the big packs of all kinds of fireworks that we set off in our backyard. And so if we are unable to do that, which is usually not where we can't do it because we don't live in the city, we will go to the Army base near our home, and usually on every 4th of July they will have a fireworks display with the Army band, which is nice. Now last year because of COVID they did not have that, but this year I'm sure we will have it back again. So just celebrating with family as much as we can.
And what we did last night is watch the PBS Memorial Day special that was taped, not live, but in DC. And so that was the best we could do on a rainy holiday weekend. But yeah, they have quite the big celebration down south. So I wanted to share some of that with you. So here's my son-in-law, Brad, watching here as my grandson, Cohen, who has been under the weather, finally today is feeling better. He's missed everything at my house this weekend with friends. Well, not friends, no, friends didn't want to come with sickness, but with all my family in the house. And so now it's a nice day, and he's finally feeling a little better. And his daddy's teaching him about a four-wheeler, and he is so excited. So here we go. I thought we were ready. So he's just, this season has been his first time, maybe the last month, of learning how to use a four-wheeler. Lots of space out here in the country. And here we go. And there's his cheering crowd. My youngest daughter and my sister. And there my youngest grandson was hitting golf balls. See, having two girls, I never experienced all these things that make me nervous, and, you know, curling irons and that kind of thing were the most scary things we had. Such a gorgeous day. I wish it could have been like this earlier in the weekend for the rest of my gang. Section over here, there's Cooper and Cohen are a pair. That's my son-in-law, my youngest daughter, my sister Cindy that you've already seen. And now can I find the four-wheeler boy? I hear him. Here he comes. And there he goes. Such a pretty day to be outside. Okay, we're changing drivers now. And here we go. Messiah getting his gear on. Trying to get his glasses to stay on. Of course, there was great discussion who was going to drive first. Go first and take their turn on the four-wheeler. I hear planes flying overhead because my son-in-law also has a pilot's license. These boys are into everything airplanes. They will tell me, Mom, that's a Southwest, blah, 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 blah. And here we have another.
First I started out with
There you go. Another person watching the boys here. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's gonna, oh, there's Pub-Up over there, taking in the sights. Yeah. But I'm learning a whole new life with grandsons. Loved having them back here in Carroll County for the last year or so. There they go. And here's my two grandsons. I wanted you to be sure and see. One of them is wearing their summer reading t-shirt. We're just wrapping up a fun, long 3-day weekend, and we've really enjoyed ourselves together. But we have been laughing about some other memories, and one that came to Cindy's mind was
Dressing in red, white, and blue for the 4th of July. Everyone did their best to find something red, white, and blue to wear for the holiday.
all ages. Well, thank you for joining me at Marlene at Home. I really appreciate you watching. I'm Marlene, the Adult Services Supervisor at the North Carroll branch of the Carroll County Public Library, and I really appreciate each of you. Happy 4th of July.